I've been zoning, I've been zoning.
What's going on, guys? It's Heath from Nonstop Progress, and today I'm going to be showing you a full training session for a striker. In this session, I did a combination of drills that focused on dribbling, technical ability, and finishing. Obviously, as a striker, you need all three of these, and that's why I included all of these different drills in this session. If you haven't already, make sure to drop a like and subscribe for more weekly soccer and fitness content, and make sure that you stay up to date with all of my weekly posts. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get right on into the session. And so for the first drill, it was basically just me trying to get warmed up with a Ronaldinho drill to a kind of like a pass. It wasn't a finish, it was more of like me trying to ping in different types of balls. Maybe it's a ping pass, maybe a chip, maybe a curled pass, maybe one that has dip on it. Me just kind of getting warmed up, kind of get my feet going and just trying to play the ball in different ways. It's just a warm up. It's basically just to get your feet sharp, to get you woken up, and to get you ready to be able to start to hit balls really hard. Obviously, you don't want to start striking balls without warming up, and so this is kind of what I like to do to be able to get there. I like to progress with it. I don't just like to start pinging in different types of balls that are long, hard. I like to start really gradual with a pass, maybe a little ping on the ground, and then starting to get into more complex balls, starting to play, balls harder with more pace, and everything like that. Okay, and so now we're gonna go ahead and jump on into the second drill here, and it's basically just the X drill that I've been doing in the past couple weeks, but with a finishing component at the end. Like I said, this is just basically another one of those warm-ups where you're just kind of getting on the ball, getting to start dribbling in a certain direction. Obviously, this drill has a direction with it, and so you're doing that, but obviously, finishing at the end. So then I was ready to start pinging in balls hard, and so that's why I started to get into this figure 8 drill right here. This is the third one that I did. This is when we started to get into it, started to really pick up the pace and started to really start dribbling at the cones, getting around 2 times, doing a quick move into a quick release finish. And so obviously you need to use your weak foot also, and so I started to use my weak foot right here, as you can see. And my right foot's my weak foot, but I've been able to train it enough to where basically it doesn't really seem that way. But yes, my right foot is my weak foot. I am left-footed, even though it doesn't look like it. Okay, so now basically we started to go into this drill right here where we're just turning and we're trying to finish off of our turn. This is kind of like you're turning away from an opponent and you're trying to go in a separate direction, except this last turn right here, you're trying to turn and then obviously either finish or cross. I kind of use this more as a cross because I am a fullback, but if you're a striker, you can use this more as a finish. This one is just to work on turns to make sure that you're able to turn sharply and then finish off of your first touch. Okay, and so now we're transitioning into these clips right here because my camera died that same day, so I had to basically combine these two together. But if I had to, I would put these two together because they definitely make a complete session. And so this part of the session is more of a dynamic, more way to be able to train because of the fact that you're having less restrictions. You're not going around cones. It's more dynamic. You're playing off of a rebounder and then having to react to how it plays it back to you, getting the touchdown, and then finishing as quickly as possible. And so as you can see that with these repetitions here, I'm just doing it. I'm basically just pinging the ball in as hard as I possibly can, getting the ball down as quickly as possible, shifting it to either side, and then I'm finishing off of my next touch. It's super important to be able to do this. Obviously, as a striker, you're never gonna get a perfect ball in a game. It's always gonna be either bouncing a little bit, it's gonna be curling, whatever it is. And so making sure that you're able to deal with these kind of balls is very important. And this is basically a striker's bread and butter. You should be able to do this, no problem. You should be able to ping the ball in as hard as you possibly can, get it down, shift it to one side, and finish quickly with both feet. Because obviously if you're only one-footed, then that's going to limit how much value you can provide on the field. Because if you can't shift the ball to your right and play it with your right, or you can't shift it to your left and play it with your left, then that's just going to put limitations on you as a player. Okay, and so now to finish out this session, I basically got kind of creative here where I did a couple different things. I pinged the ball off, and if it was bouncing, I tried to settle it, and then within 2 touches, play it back and finish into the goal. So you can see that I played off the rebounder, the ball was up, I control it down, and then that was a first touch, and then 1 touch to finish, boom, there's 2 touches total, with a 3rd touch to get it down, and that was basically what I tried to do for those types of balls that I was played back. And obviously you can see in this clip right here, whenever I'm playing the ball, I even tried to chip it over the rebounder and then try to finish first time off of the second bounce. That was a different variation. And so just doing different things like this can definitely help you as a striker because it gets you kind of prepared for uncomfortable situations that you could get into in a game. If you enjoyed that session, please leave a like and subscribe for more weekly soccer and fitness content. And do not forget to check out the links In the description of this video, the latest gear, supplements, and apparel. I consume all those supplements every single day. And if you want one of those Nonstop Progress training jackets that I've been wearing in the last couple of videos, definitely check out the link in the description of this video because there's only a couple left. Don't forget and don't miss out. I'll catch y'all next week. Peace.